All right, we are back with another episode of Welcome to Plathville. We are almost done because I think the next episode is the wedding. However, I am sure they'll probably break that into a to be continued. But we are almost to the finish line, and it's getting pretty repetitive and pretty dumb, the things that's going on, but mostly from the part of Veronica. She really came on here thinking she was the main character. First of all, I don't know why anyone would come onto this show, period. But also, why would you try to be a main character on a platform like this? So we'll get into her a little bit. So from the beginning, Lydia is helping Zach move into the farmhouse, and he's taking Isaac's room because Isaac took Mariah's room because I guess she done already went up to Montana, which good for you, girl. Stay up there.
Zach is gonna be staying here at my dad's house pretty much up until the wedding. I'm gonna be staying at the house I'm renting down in Tallahassee with Mariah, probably till about a week before the wedding.
There's so many questions because we don't know or hear anything about Zach's family, not even like a FaceTime call of Lydia talking to his mom or siblings or whoever. It's just him coming in, and it's very weird, but I don't really question too much or try to think too much into the way the Plaths moves because they don't think. So I'm not going to waste my brain cells on trying to process and make logic of what they're doing because they don't do it themselves. So, however, he's moving into the house, I guess, for the show or the storyline, which I feel like a lot of this stuff is just for the show. So as they're moving in, Barry's like, well, I got to go to work. Again, I don't know what he does for it. Someone told me what he does for it, but he's always in that little room typing away.
All right, so make yourself at home. I'm going to excuse myself and get back to work. I'm going to let you guys just get settled in.
So he's going to work, typing away. Whatever he's doing is making more money than Kim, seating table for two.
What can I do for you?
You have a table for two people?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Which we did not see her this episode again. So thank the Lord. Thank old lady Lydia. We did not see Kim. But we will see bitter Kim tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week. So as Isaac is helping them move, he says in his confessional, like,
I feel like Zach has kind of pushed his way in. If y'all need me, just let me know.
All right,
Good seeing you.
Good to see you, man.
Like with the engagement, I don't think he's putting Lydia first. He's just bossy. Like everything has to be his way or he's gonna have a fit.
first of all, here's my thing. Y'all have so much to say about this boy, and he is 2 feet from you. So why can't you ever say that to his face? Y'all supposed to be big and bad and, macho. He's over here knocking people upside, although it was Michael Plath, and I feel like anybody can do that. But you over here being all big and bad and knocking people's noses to the side.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
So if you got a way to feel about someone, especially someone that's moving into your house, dating your sister, I would feel like if you think he's been so pushy or not putting her first, you can say that to his face, which also gets me into, and I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but the next one for the next episode where Satan and her greatest little imp, Ethan, over here plotted the day of the wedding saying, well, there's still things we don't know.
When we see a bunch of red flags that somebody's getting ready to make a lifelong commitment, I feel like we owe it to them to say, this is what we see.
I agree. A lot of pent up emotions and stuff that hasn't been expressed.
You had all this time to do it, and although they were moving quick, you could have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. Y'all too busy over here trying to bully him, asking him if he's gay every 2 seconds, as opposed to let's take you to dinner and get to know you, or, oh, do you think y'all can actually take some time to, get to know each other? Y'all don't express that, but you go on wedding dress shopping with Lydia, saying stuff in your confessional, and then you sitting down having drinks with them for the wedding, picking out plates, and then y'all over here digging up holes and getting the wedding farm ready, but y'all won't say any of this to their face. So that's why, in true normal Plath fashion, you look crazy the day of. Ethan's getting all upset. Like, oh, don't be mad because you a little punk and can't say stuff to your face. And so now the wedding day is here and you're like, oh, well, they're actually going through with it. You should have spoke up. So you getting a little hissy fit, which Isaac got the nerve to talk about, he's throwing the fit.
He's just bossy. Like, everything has to be his way or he's gonna have a fit.
Please, 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 please show me a time or explain in depth a time, since they didn't show it when Zach went crazy. Please explain in depth how Zach threw a fit at you. And also, if he's this little boy who y'all think is gay and, he ain't no man, why are you letting him boss you around? Why are you so threatened by him? Why are you so bothered by him? Because if I was so big and macho and some little punk like Micah Plath came around and thinking he gonna run stuff.
If I ever find out that you did anything to hurt her or anything like that, you ever let her down or anything?
Yeah.
There'll be consequences.
I would be laughing. If they asked me my confessional, I would be laughing then. I wouldn't be saying, oh, well, he's blah, 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 blah. I would say it to his face if it bothered me so bad, but he's a non-factor to me, so apparently you must be threatened by Zach because he's the only one that got a little more common sense than all of y'all combined. So that's where I'm like, Isaac. You did one good thing this season, and that's, rearranging Micah's nose.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
But that's about it. That is literally about it. It's just so confusing why they have so much to say about Zach as if he is this horrible person. Yes, I get this is moving quick, and yes, I get, things aren't adding up timeline-wise, but Ethan already explained this season 4 when he talked to Kim, which I guess he got amnesia and forgot.
The environment that we grew up in literally bred somebody that would go straight to the first person that you had like a mutual feeling for, and it was never taught to any of us that there was another way.
How they were raised, and Lydia is the only one that actually stuck to the foundations of what Satan taught her, which was the Bible. So I don't understand why that's such a mystery to you guys. But also, it's just say how you feel. Say how you feel. If you really about that life, say how you feel. Lydia and Zach are back to giggling.
Thank you, Lydia.
And just talking about, we actually spent so much time together, and you can kind of see that, I won't say they are really getting on each other's nerves, but you can kind of see that they are kind of getting a little overwhelmed with the time and the rushness of things.
Anyway, we definitely have had a lot of time together in the last 3 days. It was really fun, but yes, we need some breathing to just settle and get to where we need to be. It feels like since I've met her, we haven't really had time to just breathe, but our schedules are pretty packed.
Y'all do realize you don't have to get married right away. You do realize the stress and the time apart that you're looking for or trying to explain, that's dating. Or, in biblical old lady Lydia terms, that's courting. So you don't have to get married tomorrow. That's just an option. If you do, don't just be sitting here thinking like somebody's pressuring you, because if anything, they all saying the opposite. However, on the flip side, I don't blame y'all, because I would be trying to get married and run far from that family. That's that little opening scene, and they set up that they will be going to Veronica's house later. I don't know why they keep saying Micah and Veronica's house as if his name is on a single piece of paperwork, or if $1 has left his bank account to go towards a single bill. So y'all will be going to Veronica's house a little later on in the episode, and we'll get into that. Now on to Micah and Veronica. Girl, Veronica, how do you make a Plath look sane? That's where I'm like, if I needed a reason to be mad at you or to dislike you and I didn't have one, that is a fully valid reason, because not you sitting here looking like the crazy one and Micah sitting here looking like the most sane one, and his last name is Plath.
Going in the mud is doing nothing for you.
It feels good. You get it off your chest.
But then you bring it into your relationship, and that's not healthy.
You really are making yourself look like a complete fool. And I don't know what you thought this season was going to turn into, even beyond the whole bullying of Zach at the proposal type thing. I really don't know. I feel like she came on here, like I said before, thinking she was going to be this main character and, give up all these main character vibes. And I get the whole I don't like this family because I don't like that family, but you don't see me sitting here filming with them, and you don't see me sitting here trying to justify filming with them or trying to justify being around them. If you're going to take down the Plaths and this is your agenda, you pretending to be in love with Micah or like him or want to have this relationship, we can see right through that. So that's dumb.
Why are you here?
Because I love him.
It doesn't make sense for you to be here because you taking them down. You can do what I'm doing. I don't like these people, but I'm not on their show. I'll say my piece on my TikTok, YouTube, whatever. I'm not trying to film with them. I'm not trying to sneak in and date somebody so I can do it on their show. There are plenty of ways to embarrass, humiliate, and drag these people as opposed to going on their show and now you looking crazy. I don't understand I know what your motive is, but I don't understand your logic in that, like how you think this was going to turn out. And I just hated to watch you waste not just a therapist time, but a Black lady's therapist time. Like, girl, you sitting here wasting her time talking about some nonsense. I don't even have to drag you too much because I feel like she did, and not even in a disrespectful way, but in a welcome to reality type way.
When it comes to the session today, I don't really see any accountability. I see blaming, I see excuses, but no accountability.
You really look and you sound crazy. So before you even sit down, you talking about, the fight y'all had on the way up here, which was, you saw, I guess, something online about Tegan, Ethan's girlfriend, having an OnlyFans account.
I don't think it's normal to look up your brother's girlfriend's naked photos.
I didn't find any.
He's in his phone, and I look over his shoulder, and he's looking up his brother's girlfriend's naked photos on the internet.
Are you gonna start at the beginning?
And so Micah told Ethan, and Ethan's like, well, find out. Can you find out?
Veronica sees a headline and she says, your brother's girlfriend has an OnlyFans. Oh my gosh, she's like, this is the tea of the day. Don't really say much at first. I'm like, really? And I'm trying to get the facts.
He wants to see it.
Hold on.
No, I don't really want to see it at all. My brother called me and I wanted to talk to him about it. He's like, if you find anything, send it to me, but I don't think she does. Then I asked Veronica, I was like, can you show me what makes you think that? I think it was a headline that just for grabs and she's going around spreading rumors and I wanted to see if it's actually true.
He wants to see naked family members.
Why would you say that? If he's saying that?
Because he looks up naked people on the regular now.
As much as I hate them, they are somewhat of a public figure. They are, something. So it's just like, if you see this, let me know before it hits the press. He's over here looking, and Veronica is spinning this into, well, why do I look over and she made it seem like he had her news on his phone. She's like, you're looking it up for your brother's girlfriend. Like, that's so incestuous. Like, someone in this pool. Like, but
he's gonna look up a naked woman that, like, somehow happens to be in the same cesspool we're in. Like, you're not seeing her ever again. Ever.
Veronica,
I was not doing it for that.
I don't trust you. You're not allowed around her now.
You have to believe him when he says that he was looking for the headline.
No, he wanted to see it. And I said, go figure it out. It's on the internet.
He wanted to find the proof of what you said.
He's not the PI here.
Neither one of you are.
No, I brought it up, but he doesn't need to go digging into other people's. He'll end up in bed with her. You're not seeing her anymore.
You're the one that started this rumor or at least brought it up. And so him looking up to see if what you're claiming is true, now you're spinning it as, oh, you want to see your brother's girlfriend naked photos? Like, that's so what? That doesn't even make sense. And I was even looking, I'm like, I'd never seen like an article or a blog that was a rumor or something out there. It's like, I'm looking up what you just said and now you're questioning me for what, like, that doesn't make sense. And the crazy part is, let's just say there was truth to it, and Micah found the photo and was like, oh yes, here's her OnlyFans account. You would have ran with that, and you would have said, Micah, you better have my back, because, you know, that's gross that Ethan would date someone like this, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you would have been happy he looked it up then, but because what you're saying is just fake, that's when you just spin it into, oh, you looking up pretty much what I told you to look up.
You wanted to find the proof of what you said.
He's not the PI here.
Neither one of you are.
So it's all a trap. But a dumb trap at that. So that's why I'm like, I am so pissed at her, mostly because she's making what I say sound as if I'm defending the Plaths, which I would never. But it's like, girl, you are just as crazy, if not crazier than they are. Like, at least they on the same wavelength of crazy. You just all over the place, but you're all over the place trying to prove that they're crazy. And in essence, you are showing us you are also crazy. I'm just sitting here trying to process and understand what you're doing, that I feel like the therapist too. And she, you know, she was a great therapist, deserves raised, because she asked a lot of the great follow-up questions and pointed out a lot of the flaws in the things that you are doing verbatim.
Nobody's off limits. Remember, I should be off limits to getting hurt. Yet you would sleep with anyone.
Why are you going that far? Because he's not
Because he
saying...
goes that far very quickly.
You are reacting and just creating all this negativity and creating these moments to fight.
Is it possible for you to say, hey, you know what? I want to do something different. I need to work on that.
She's attracted to it, though. She likes...
chaos.
Yeah, she likes chaos.
Maybe that's why I like you.
Veronica.
And she asked a perfect question, the question that I've been asking since the beginning of this season when I saw you.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? And your little dumb answer is talking about, but I love him. Who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling? First of all, you not fooling us. And then second of all, you got a black lady there. You are definitely not fooling her with this little, oh, but I love him. Anybody else probably would have been, oh, we ain't falling for that. We are not falling for that. Because you are crazy. Again, I go back to what I said last week. If you can tell me one reason why you want to be with Micah Plath, or why you should fight for a relationship with Micah Plath, let me know. And that little dinner for two at Kim's restaurant, that's still on the table. That's on the table for two.
What can I do for you?
You have a table for two people?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know why you would want a relationship with him when A is Micah Plath, but then B is Micah Plath. That's, you know, that's A and B. But then C, all y'all do is fight. There's no common interest. He ain't got nothing going for himself. He don't have no ambitions. He may want to be a model or something like that, but ain't nothing happening. He may want to be an actor, but we don't see him in nothing. He even pretending to read some little Easter scripts no more. So there's nothing going on for him. Also, he's attached to his satanic family. Well, I won't say attached because he's a part of it. He does some stuff too. What is the appeal? He ain't even cute no more. And even back then, it wasn't even like a cute thing. You know, it's just like blonde hair, whatever. But now...
So I got a couple stitches last night.
So there's literally no reason for you to be sitting here looking a fool and acting a fool over a relationship with Micah Plath. Like, girl, that is embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. If I was you, I would turn off all social media, turn off your comments, delete the... Because it's just like, you really out here looking a hot fool for Micah Plath. And I'm not here for, you know, this little sympathy pity party for Micah Plath, because, you know, he is sitting here looking all like Kim would be looking, trying to play the victim. However, I'm also not here for this lack of accountability attack campaign that Veronica is on, because I even saw where she posted the other day about Barry's friend and was saying, you know, I just want to put this out here, like, you know, his friend went to jail for this, and, you know, they're like, if he was best friends with him, like...
I found out about his best friend, Alan. Alan got arrested in 2016. His best friend, best man, like very close, thick as thieves, as they would say. Alan got arrested in 2016 for 30 years for child molestation. And Barry's saying these things.
And then she has the nerve to say, I'm just saying he needs to be held accountable.
I think it's disgusting. He needs to be held accountable.
Okay, let's hold them accountable, but let's also hold you accountable too for bullying. Let's hold you accountable for that, because you even tried to sweep that under the rug and lie to Lydia when you were explaining about how they bullied Zach.
No lighting things on fire for the boys. They were being so disrespectful. I was like, boys, no. It was sort of funny though.
I hope so. I know Zach handled that well, but
when you were the one that was offering up suggestions,
he needs a test to see his true colors. Let's frazzle him up a bit. You know, maybe light some more fires.
I'm gonna go back and light the peninsula on fire again.
So let's take accountability for that. Let's also take accountability for what you're doing right now in this little therapy session, for your part in planting and spreading that rumor and then trying to play dumb or trying to twist it and turn it. It's like, if you're gonna be messy, it would have been better off just saying it, and just, even if it was a lie, just saying it, whatever, out of spite. But for you to try to twist it and turn it on Micah, it just doesn't make sense. You getting like Tamra Judge, where you just doing all this demonic and evil things that don't even make sense as to why you're doing it. So you really look crazy. But of course, it wouldn't be a Veronica scene if she didn't have her pre-rehearsed jabs and, you know, things that she just wanted to say and do on camera, on top of a sad pity party story.
I grew up bullied. I wasn't skinny enough. I wasn't bright enough. I wasn't beautiful enough. There's trauma from that. But some of it re-triggers when I feel not enough in my relationship. I always want to go above and beyond for my people, and I worry about others more than myself.
Which I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And I do not feel sorry for you. I don't care what type of, you know, oh, well, I grew up, I don't care at this point. I do not care, because you have done nothing but bully with no accountability, but yet you want somebody to feel sorry for you. You got that the first time you came on, when people were coming at you and your looks and things like that, and that's when Olivia messaged you about like, oh girl, like, you know, whatever, and you got that sympathy. But then you went on and bullied Zach and still trying to say, oh, well, you know, he did this, he did that. You're not being held accountable for that. And then every episode you are bullying the plot, which again, bully them on. I encourage people to bully them. I love it. Again, it's therapeutic for me. My therapist just mentioned ketamine therapy, and I'm like, you know, let me do a little research on that. But it's just like, should I do ketamine therapy or Plathville dragon therapy? Because that is therapeutic to me. Like, if you watch an episode of the Plath and then again pull out a camera and just drag them, I feel good. I feel so much, but all depression and anxiety is gone. So I recommend it. So I recommend dragging these people. However, you look crazy coming on their show and pretending to play this role in order to drag them. It gotta be all about Veronica. Everything gotta go back to her. Just even the therapist pointed out, there is no accountability coming from your part at all. But you don't want to hear that, which is why at the end, you're gonna get up all rudely and not even say bye.
Okay. I appreciate you guys for your time today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Micah.
So insane.
Girl, that's when I would have double charged you and invoice immediately. No matter how you're feeling, you at least owe the decency and respect, because what you thought this was going to be? You thought she was going to jump in and jump on Micah too? Because guess what? The Plaths are just wrong, period. But so are you. And she's even pointing out how he can be wrong and his family, but also you also are the loudest one. So it's like, okay, girl, let's shut those lips up and let's look in the mirror. And if you are sitting here saying, I want to work this out, I love him, she's telling you what you need to do. But it's obvious to see she's a smart lady, just like we are smart viewers, and we can tell you don't want to be with him. You do not want this relationship. You just want to be on TV and get your point across, because they hurt you, so you're going to go to great lengths, just like you said, you know, in the mud, blah, blah, blah. You're going to do all that just to get back at them, which, again, you look crazy. You would have been better off if you left the show. So that's, I'm like, these reality stars, when they're like, you know, I'm looking out for my mental health, like, you know, I'm looking out for me, I don't believe them. Because if you really do, get off the show. If the show and these people are so stressful and so bad for you, get off the show and focus on your mental health. That would be more believable. So it's just like, if you really wanted this relationship to work, you would be doing the work and you would get off the show. But also, if you really want it out and to get back at them, you would also get off the show, and you already contesting TLC and saying cancel Discovery, like blah 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 blah. So you would have been better off just leaving mid-show, and you want to make a moment, so that could have been your moment, just like walk out and get a little. Veronica has chosen not to, so you could have made a moment and tried them, but you are not. You just slow, girl. You just slow. So honestly, you stay with Micah. You need to stay with Micah because you fit right in. You fit right in with these crazy people. And then after you storm out, you talking to the producers talking about, well, I'm not gonna go to the wedding if Tegan's there. So now Tegan's a threat to you.
If Tegan goes to the wedding, I'm not going. That's it.
It's all made up in your. You started this, and I could tell that therapist lady was sitting there looking at you, probably referring you to a psychiatrist, because that's who you need to see, because all this made up stuff in your head and trying to do whatever is you getting very crazy. And I understand getting close to the Plaths can make you that way, not giving you an excuse, because far from that, but you need to be seeing someone that can prescribe a little something, because this little talk therapy ain't working. Now we get to some little boring scene. I feel like every scene with Isaac and his girlfriend is just boring. But I be wanting to like her. I don't know where he found her from, because she is the countryest girl I have ever seen. Every word I'm like,
so welcoming and so nice. I wish I had like a pencil to like maybe spend a lot of time with like Micah and them.
What part of Georgia or where are you from? Isaac and Ethan, they outside trying to cut some steaks or something, and Ethan swinging on this little thing, and I'm like, Isaac, now you love inflicting pain on your siblings. Why can you just,
That's always fun, hanging out with Isaac.
I'm gonna leave that for interpretation. But he didn't, so they grill the little steaks, which I'm sure they just flop some little cheap steaks on that fire, then season nothing. They do that, and inside, the two fans are in there, running their lines with each other like, so, what is it like dating a Plath?
How does it feel being with a Plath?
I really like it. I think they sort of get a bad rap sometimes, and I feel like every other family is dysfunctional. No one's perfect. I mean, I can attest to my own family. None of us are perfect, so.
And that's why I'm like, girl, Tegan, you are a fan. Because if you were just dating somebody, it wouldn't be like, I know they get a bad rep. You would just be talking about, me, Ethan, we, whatever. You keep trying to paint this narrative of, or as if you were coming in trying to do damage control or, crisis PR for him. And he's really not that bad, because what you say and do contradict each other. And we already saw that with the proposal, so you look real crazy. And that's why it was hilarious to me when the OnlyFans thing came up in your confessional and you got the nerve to call Veronica a fan, which
It's not true, and I just felt really flattered that she felt like she could say that about me, because not everyone, I guess, could have an OnlyFans. It's really fan-like behavior, in my opinion, to be so obsessed with someone that you've met one single time, so.
Would I consider her a fan? I mean, you gotta be at this point, a narcissistic fan. But girl, you are also a fan too. But it's funny, she said Veronica is a fan of her. Girl, if you don't go somewhere, Veronica is crazy, but I wouldn't say fan is the word. Maybe obsessive and maybe crazy, but girl, what is there to be a fan of when it comes to you? How you describing it is literally how you are a fan of Ethan, because don't think we didn't forget in your confessional where you were all like, yeah. And then he made you drive how many hours to see him on the first date? So yeah, that's a fan. So they in there running lines, and then Veronica's name comes up, and they're just tee.
Veronica.
She tried to get me to talk crap about the family, because she would sit there and say something about Amber, Miss Kim, and everybody. And then she was like, well, how are they to you? And I said, everybody's been so welcoming and so nice. I said, I get along with everybody. So, and that kind of shut her up real quick.
All right, it's just a waste of a scene. The boys come, Isaac and his little gay brother, Ethan, come in. And so they're like, well, let's eat this nasty steak, and then let's play a game, something that the fan Tegan saw on social media of let's paint each other. They're just painting, and then Ethan paints her nude by saying like, oh, well, because of the rumor that came out, like, all right, whatever. Like, it's just, y'all are so boring. Y'all so boring. I'm like, the only good thing Mariah have done, well, first, after the proposal, she went on by her way. What Veronica could have did if she was so bothered. But the other great thing that she did was just going to Montana. Y'all ain't got nothing to talk about. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. So I'm just going to go on to Montana and do my own little thing. Do your own little thing, because what is there for y'all to talk about? Absolutely nothing. That's why y'all just resort to bullying. It's just a circus. It's a clown. It's not even a circus, because a circus, although it's full of clowns, it's enjoyable. This is just annoying. It's annoying, confusing, dumb. I really would love to see the pitch notes of why somebody said, let's do this new season, and here is what they got to talk about, because I would love to see what we're supposed to be watching and enjoying. Being on a TV show doesn't make sense anymore, and yeah. Now, old lady Lydia and her man Zach made the road trip to go to Veronica's house. I don't know why they keep saying it's Micah's house, blah, blah, blah. He ain't doing nothing. Even him sitting out here digging up holes. I feel like those holes are already dug up. He's over here just playing in it. No pun intended. But he's over here just planting these holes and pretending like he's doing something, because there is no, he don't know nothing about building no house.
Our pipes are really broken, like really bad. So
I feel like that's kind of what we're doing with our relationship too.
He might have did a little bit farming and stuff on the farm and building sticks and stuff like that. He don't know nothing about no real house. Also, adult Micah is wanting to funny enough, want to be a model actor, so make it make sense. But then also, Veronica, if you are building this house, I highly doubt you are leaving all of the hard work and labor and foundational work to Micah Plath. You might be crazy, but I don't think you that dumb. So it's given, just like his last little job on the other episode when he was working on somebody's little house. Is given you just seeing stuff that's already been built, you picking up a shovel and filming yourself just shoveling dirt, which we'll get into, you bullying yet again. Old lady Lydia and her man, they pull up and they like, hey, like, we here to get the tea. Lydia's like, spend time with Zach, more time than me, so y'all can get to know him. And I'm like, girl, you might not want Zach to spend too much time with Micah, because I feel like him keep asking if he's gay is more so for his own knowledge. There might be something behind that more than just trying to get the tea. We know Ethan is malicious in asking, but Micah already said himself, he wants to see what you like about Zach and what you find about it. So
I want to see what Lydia sees in him. Are you?
Oh, God.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
Girl, that would just be a warning from me to old lady Lydia. That's my wedding gift to you. Keep your man away from Micah. Because even then, Micah's telling them like, oh, like, look at this hole that I dug up. And so they go down, to see whatever. And then,
oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
who wants dirt thrown on them? Like, there are so many other ways you can joke at. Because I would be throwing hands. Not saying what I got on is designer or whatever. It doesn't have to be. If I just got here and I'm fresh out the car and you throwing dirt on me, I'm gonna be throwing these hands. But again, Zach is following the Lord, and even though Satan himself, Micah Plath, is trying to tempt him, he is not going to fall for the traps of the enemy, period. So they do a tour of the house, and then they break off into talking. Micah is with Zach, and because Zach is like, I want to help, but little does he know, there ain't nothing to help, because Micah ain't even doing nothing. He just like, oh, pick up a shovel and just just move dirt around. Like, the real landscaper will be here later on tonight, but while we filming, we just gonna, shovel some dirt around. And he says in his confessional that the last time he saw Micah, them questioning if he's gay was disrespectful. And he told Micah then that, hey, I'm a brother of 2 sisters, so I understand trying to get to know me and about to marry your sister. But the thing is, they don't care about Lydia. They are not looking out for her best interest. What they're doing, and I won't even say they, because again, Micah doesn't have an original thought. He doesn't have a brain. He ain't nothing. So what Ethan was doing was out of hate. It wasn't about protecting his sister or looking out for his sister. You would think it is. And that's not even the case with Kim either. They don't care about Lydia, because if they did, they would bring up their concerns to her face, but in a genuine way. Not in this whole bullying way, but that's mostly from Ethan. Kim ain't saying nothing because she a big little scaredy cat. Over to the pool. I don't know why she thinks every time a Plath comes, she just has to talk about them. Like, because it's like, that's their family. I would like to know, in her head, what response do you think you would get from old lady Lydia, and then last week when you did it with Amber? What do you think they're gonna say? Oh yeah, you're right, Mariah's trash. Like, I hate her. Like, they did you so wrong. What response do you think you really gonna get when you sitting here trashing their family? Huh? But then it's also you going neck to neck with Kim Plath of playing the victim, because you somehow turn everything into you. So she brings up again the whole wedding and drags on how she is threatened by Tegan, as if although she's a little dumb fan, but now you're making it seem as if she's this tempting figure for Micah. First of all, we talking about Micah Plath. If you trying to keep anybody from Micah Plath because of a wandering eye and because he cheats, you might want to keep Zach away from him, or you might want to keep any of these other men away from him, allegedly. So you trying to say, oh, Tegan, she's not going to be around my man. I don't know if I'm going to go to the wedding, but if Micah goes by himself, then, that's going to be it. Let it be it. Let it be it. Because you also, again, don't make sense, because this is his sister. And although this is just, I don't even know what kind of wedding or thing this is, that's his sister. So for you to make him choose between his sister, who you sitting here saying you don't have no problem with, but if you got such a big problem with Tegan now, thinking she's tempting for Micah, come to the wedding and address it. Say it to her face. I hate reality shows and shows in general where, y'all got all this to say behind people's back, but you won't say it to their face. She's making this whole wedding thing about her, but I feel like she just doesn't want to go to the wedding because she doesn't want to confront the mess and the lies that she created. I don't know if I say it enough, but I hate this show. I just get more confused because none of it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm ready for it to be over and done. I'm just ready for them all to go away, including Veronica. They go back and play some games, truth or dare.
So Zach and Lydia are saving their first kiss for marriage. So Micah and I are like whispering to each other like, ooh, let's get them to kiss. Kiss or take a shot? That's a loophole.
I don't understand the obsession with wanting to see them kiss. Veronica too busy over here talking about Micah trying to be incestuous and, blah, blah, blah. Why are you trying to see his sister kiss? Why is that so important to you? So that's A, but then B, why is it so important to you, especially when they explicitly say, we don't want to kiss, whether it's for religious reasons or whatever. If they say we want to save it for the wedding day, why are you trying so hard to break that? Because if they do, then what? I would get annoyed if I was old lady Lydia, but she got the Lord in her, so she ain't gonna cuss nobody out. They end off on flat booty Micah over here trying to do the worm.
No, that was eventful.
Oh, what is
I don't want to do it on these floors.
Good work.
I'm also very curious because I tried my best to lip read, but when he goes into saying oh, my neck, my back, he says something else, but they cut his microphone and you can clearly see his lips. But I'm like, I want to know what he says.
my neck, my back?
This is rough floor to do that on.
Comment and let me know if y'all can read lips and let me know, or Mike, if you watching, comment, let me know what you say. Also, if you're watching too, square up. So that's the episode. It's just getting boring and boring. At this point, I just want to see Isaac bop him upside the nose and then call it a season, because I'm just so over them. So that's this episode. Yeah.